Eastern PA Weather 30 meteorologist Bobby Marchich here with your outlook for December 5th, 2017. We have a cold front that's going to be pushing through today. This is a very strong cold front, and we're going to have very mild air out in front of this, but this is going to be the last time you hear me talk about mild for the foreseeable future for a very long time. Probably the rest of this month and perhaps into the first week of January at a minimum. Okay, so we have very cold temperatures that are going to come in. Initially, it's just going to be typical December cold. So this is going to be, blockbuster cold until we get probably into next week. But initially, the temperatures are going to go slightly below average, but nothing crazy. And we have the cold front coming through today. There's going to be a warm surge out ahead of this. So we get temperatures near the 60-degree mark, maybe even slightly above in Philadelphia, points south and east, and generally mid to upper 50s elsewhere. So it's going to be very warm out ahead of this, but we'll have showers moving in from west to east. I don't think it's going to be the heavier concentration of the showers, or the more concentrated area showers, will come in during the course of the afternoon, I think. But this morning, there still could be some spotty showers out ahead of this as this moves through. So let's get over to the NAM high-res future simulator radar. I'm going to start this off at 10 a.m. You can see this very widely scattered stuff, very light, widely scattered in the morning. The concentration is back here, and then once this, you can see as we go through time, here's noon. You can see that building in central Pennsylvania and then moving eastward. So here's 3 p.m. And 4 p.m. now. This is all the concentrated area showers that's going to be moving eastward. So it's going to take its time getting to these areas further east. So places like Philadelphia should be able to hit 60 degrees easily today just because it's going to be so warm. There's no precipitation to really hold back temperatures from increasing. And then once it finally gets here, here's a look at 7 p.m. This is getting toward late afternoon and evening, and that batch moves through. And then you have the cold air that's going to try to catch up to this, but the precipitation has been coming in a lot quicker the last couple of runs, so I'm not sure really if this area right on the back end will get into some mixing with snow at the end. If the cold air can catch up to it in time, it will do so, but the precipitation trend has been to speed this up a little bit and end the precipitation quicker overnight on a Tuesday night. So this could be like ending late evening or maybe just after midnight in most places. And then you can see here's 4 a.m. The 32 degree line's back here, but aloft it's going to be colder because the cold front has already pressed through. The cold front's going to be sitting here like this. So anything that does fall here, I wouldn't be surprised to see a few snowflakes if you're up that early. This is now looking at 4 a.m. Wednesday, so you could have a few snowflakes mixed in. That's not out of the question, but no accumulations are going to be expected with this, and no big deal. So we move forward from this point. You can see as we get toward in the overnight hours, you can see a few snowflakes that are going to try to mix in here, and the GFS is showing that. But again, no accumulations are expected on the back end, just maybe a few flakes mixing in with those showers as the cold air moves in. Then the cold air does settle in behind this, and we get much cooler here on Thursday and Friday. And we're not expecting any precipitation either day. It's just some lake effect snow that's going to affect mainly areas up north in New York. And then we have an opportunity. Well, we're going to watch something here first. There's a system offshore. I do think it remains offshore. We're still in a very fast progressive flow aloft, and there's nothing really that's telling me that we should abandon that idea. We've been in a fast progressive flow for a long time, and nothing has really changed in that regard. So this system should not come too far toward the coast. Like a few runs in the past couple of days has suggested that would get snow up in this area. I don't think that's going to occur. I think this remains offshore, and we're not dealing with anything. But here's a look at Friday, or this is early afternoon on Friday. And once we get forward in time, you can see this system is going to stay offshore and move away. You got a couple pieces of energy that are going to rotate around the polar vortex and an upper level low that's sitting right here. Here's the upper level low. You're going to have these little waves. There's one here. There's one back here. They're going to keep rotating through every couple days or so. So here's the first one, very weak, that should move through overnight Friday night. Again, this is not going to be a big deal, maybe a few snow showers with that, and you can see that right here. So that's the first wave. Second wave is starting to come into your picture right here on the left. That's going to come in through on Saturday, probably Saturday night. And here you can see that here. Well, they changed the precipitation type here, but it's actually still snow at this point. Here's a look at Saturday evening. Here's wave number 2. And as you get this to come through, it could give you some more snow showers. Now, this is not a big deal either. This is like, coating to an inch. I wouldn't be surprised if some people get out of this. So this is Saturday night into Sunday. All right, quick moving, wave in and out, no big deal. Okay, so that moves away. And then there's actually a third that we get in the next week. It's going to be out in the middle of next week, and that is right here. Here's a third one. Very similar idea. So this is going out to Tuesday, Wednesday time frame next week. You have another one coming through. So that upper level low is going to sit there and just send these waves of vorticity through the region, and you could have an opportunity to at least see snowflakes coating to 1 inch type deals, maybe 2 in some higher mountains. There are areas that get lucky or unlucky, however you want to look at it. But that's all you're going to be dealing with over the next 7 to 10 days, it looks like. Beyond that point, we could get a little bit more active, and we'll have to watch out for some storms as we head toward the middle of the month. I'm Eastern PA Weather Authority meteorologist Bobby Marchich. That is your outlook for December 5th, 2017. Have a great Tuesday.